The game changers, the underrated, the overlooked, sometimes with their back against the wall. I'm talking about the good altcoins in a sea of dog poopy. Dog poopy is getting the looks lately, while the real in the space just shakes their head. Well, on this channel, real recognizes real, because it's time for Chico Crypto. What do I mean sea of dog poopy getting the looks? Well, Coinbase is moving the way of almost full-on idiocracy as they decided to add Shiba Inu, a less than a year old meme coin only made popular because of the Doge hype, while other projects who have been building, waiting for the listing for years, even integrating through Rosetta, yet they don't get a look from the base. Although with Coinbase's last pro editions, including Shiba Inu, there was one which held true to the core of crypto, and that is the Keep network. Going to Keep's website, they say Keep is the privacy-focused infrastructure behind TBTC, the only truly decentralized solution for Bitcoin on Ethereum. Yes, Keep is the first in the arena, decentralized Bitcoin on ETH, which I believe is highly important, as I believe Ethereum is Bitcoin's true second layer. A trustless way of getting BTC over to that second layer is very important, wouldn't you say? And I've been pumped on TBTC for a while now, covering the concept on multiple occasions in the past. 2019, even before there was a governance Keep network, and then into 2020, and even into 2021 here recently as the Keep network. But in that video I talked about Coinbase, as one of Keep's big partners, NuCypher, had already made it to Pro and the main Coinbase application. So my friends, you have to realize there is something brewing between NuCypher, Keep network, and TBTC. Just a single day before Coinbase added Keep, Keep network and NuCypher's Keanu proposal was passed.
Excellent!
Keanu Reeves? Yeah, kinda. So what's going on? Well, diving into the passing blog, they say Keanu is the code name for the unprecedented collaborative endeavor between Keep network and NuCypher to undertake the first decentralized on-chain network upgrade combining two protocols. Yeah, there are votes by the two separate protocols through decentralized governance to make choices to come together as one. And this includes a new token named T, of which is distributed to both the Keep and NuCypher holders, nearly half the supply to the existing holders on each side, while 10% will go to the new Keanu DAO. Down in the roadmap, it says August will be the launch of the upgraded network, but then after that is a launch of TBTC in September V2. So you just have to put two and two together. Coinbase has added NuCypher throughout their entire process. Coinbase Pro has added the Keep network just after the Keanu proposal passed. Coinbase has mentioned they are looking to add TBTC for some time. Last October they said they were looking at it for custody, and then in December it was actually added to custody along with NuCypher. So by combining the two networks, NuCypher and Keep, the TBTC V2 node network will be robust and big enough, aka decentralized enough, for Coinbase to move TBTC to the Pro exchange and finally to their regular application. And since they're already playing with all three, NuCypher, Keep, and TBTC, somewhere in the Coinbase suite of things, you would think they will add the new T token too, which will be given to existing NuCypher and Keep network holders. So keep an eye out, there could be some big plays with NuCypher and Keep as the merge gets closer to the official launch of the network and the launch of TBTC V2. But speaking of Coinbase and their custody, last fall, a really out of the ordinary addition happened with custody, where they added just one token and made a tweet about adding that single token, Unibright. That addition came out of left field, but even before that I was superbly bullish on UBT because of the baseline protocol. And now with the combination between UBT and Provide to make a powerhouse organization fueled by UBT tokens, I get even more bullish. But this news makes me Novagrats bullish. Within the baseline grants inside their GitHub for R&D and development, there's grant number 1 where the voting has been completed. This is for baseline plugins, Excel and Oracle. Diving into the details, we can see the grant was given to the applicant Bishwari Day and approved in May. Well, Bishwari was on a baseline chat here recently talking about the grant and the process. Let's listen in now.
No, why don't you start, Biswashri? Why don't we start with you with your updates?
Uh, as you guys know that I'm working on the Excel plugin. So currently what the plugin can do, so the main two functionalities that I'm trying to achieve is that it should be able to send outbound messages to the baseline in case there are any changes made on the Excel sheet. And it should be able to receive any inbound messages from the baseline stack and then reflect those changes on the Excel sheet. So currently, the plugin is able to detect the changes on the Excel sheet, pick up the primary keys and the column and the data where the changes have been made, and send it out as a outbound message. So that work has been done. I'm still like working on refining it. It's very like basic features that have been developed, and now next step for the development for me is to work on the creating the inbound message, how we receive the inbound message, and then map it out to the proper data, and then update the Excel sheet accordingly. So that's what I've been working on.
And you're running the stack locally, right? Like you're running a local stack to do that.
Yes, I'm running the local baseline stack for that.
And your Excel sheet is hitting the local stack.
It is hitting it, but there are still some like errors that I'm still getting. But yeah, I'm working on that.
That's awesome.
That's going great, Biswashri. And I hope that we're all able to use your plugin pretty soon.
Are you a little overwhelmed? Don't get what that means. Well, and Andromeda posted this live chat on Twitter and asked, did I just hear that Provide Platform and UBT are baselining Microsoft Excel? Of which Provide Platform replies, yes. Which makes sense. If you didn't know, Microsoft is a part of the Baseline Protocol founding group, which came together back in March of last year. But do you see the other crypto founding members up there in the seas? Chainlink. What has been going on with that stinky boy? Some really interesting stuff. Price suppression. But before we get into that, it's time for a sponsored segment of this video supported by our friends over at Energi. And they go by the token symbol NRG, and like always, the full details can be found in the description. So if you're new to the Chico Army, you may not know of them, but for those Chico OGs out there, game recognized game, because Energi is about as OG as you can get. They launched way back in April of 2018, and I even did a full-length sponsored video for them in May of 2019, and you definitely need to check that video out. The links are in the description. In it, I go over Energi's history and how it launched without using investor funds or doing an ICO, and how they provide industry-leading security features like access to the EIB investigative team. That stands for Energi Bureau of Investigation. Think FBI for shutting down scammers and hackers on the blockchain, a free service to their users. But going to their website today, energi.world, I can see they've evolved and they're getting into some new things since we've last seen them. On the site, they state they have the most versatile blockchain in existence and is the only cryptocurrency that combines a unique four-pillar system, and this is the reason for their success. That first pillar is their Ethereum-compatible smart contract platform. That's right, they're their own blockchain, but they're not Ethereum killers. They are self-described friends of Ethereum, and everything they build is designed to integrate with the entire Ethereum ecosystem, including dApps and Layer 2 solutions. One of the newest and most exciting features coming from this pillar is EnergiSwap. The code was sourced from Uniswap, but enhanced by incorporating Energi's security features and 24/7 customer support. And because it's running on their own blockchain, transactions run at super fast speeds and are super cheap to execute. Success is coming for the swapper too. They already have millions of dollars in liquidity and have over 180 trading pairs available, with more token pairs and new features coming soon. The second pillar of their success is the on-chain governance that helps secure the blockchain, helps navigate Energy's direction as it experiences growth and decisions about their future. What separates Energi from everyone else is their revolutionary third pillar, the self-funded treasury. Energi has created a self-sustaining treasury that feeds itself new funds on a monthly basis to reinvest into their own ecosystem, creating a self-reinforcing phenomenon. This funding mechanism is what enables Energi to always be in a position to sustain growth and to provide unique security features for free to the community, like the EIB. Every month, Energi mints roughly 1 million new tokens and injects them directly into their own ecosystem. 10% goes to the stakers, which in turn provides some of the highest staking rewards in the industry for users, outshining their competitors. But then 10% also goes to the leadership and team, 40% to fund the treasury, and 40% to masternodes. That monthly token allocation going directly to the masternodes is why Energi has been one of the most consistent and highest ROIs to be earned for running a masternode. And this layer 2 masternode network is actually Energi's fourth pillar. It's what secures the Energi blockchain, also making it scalable and cheap to operate. So if you're looking for a project that has a lot of room to grow, but also has a little track record behind them, or maybe you've just thought about exploring earning some passive income through staking or running a node, links for everything Energi are below. Now back to that stinky link, aka Chainlink, and its price being possibly hodled down. A Link plebeian on Twitter put forward a great thread on his theory of this price suppression. It's in the description. It begins with Nexo's big Link short and price suppression. The story so far. They go through the positions Nexo's known wallets were taking by sending coins to Binance in late May, around the 19th it begun. And then they show the price falling during this time. They then go through some of the other connections between Zeus Capital and others, and the FUD that all began right when Nexo took these Binance positions. Coincidence, or is there more going on? Well, it only took them a month to bring out the big FUD guns, as April 15th, Chainlink released probably the biggest news of all, version 2 of their white paper, which went into their MEV solutions, fair sequencing services, and even the coming big one, super linear staking. Also, within the last couple of months, Chainlink has updated their data provider list, which shows primary providers of data outside of crypto. They are providing data into blockchain networks, Ethereum, XDAI, Polygon, and even Fart Noise's BSC. Don't short Link, it's such a bad idea. Cheers, I'll see you next time.